vehicles to burn fuel off.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
I mean, that's probably better for the environment than just dumping it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I've taken some pretty environmentally friendly dumps.
I was waiting for the cue for the music on that one.
Nick was a ruder.
Yep. I know how Jacob does this.
You've worked with him a while now.
After 8 years.
Yeah, you were surprised when he started.
From fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Pod Therapy. Real people, real problems, and real therapists. You can submit your questions anonymously at podtherapy.net or email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com. And now broadcasting from the unnamed studio, that's Jim.
Hello.
That's Whitney. I'm Nick. It's time for some Pod Therapy. I just read whatever's on here.
That's right. Have a good evening.
This you
This is
Dr. Jacob Smith.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Oh yeah,
Dr. J.
This is the final episode of our shortened, abbreviated summer
show.
Shortened summer show. And so we're going to be back to our full length episode,
full strength next week.
Full length, full strength.
Yes. Episode title. All right.
Next week.
Well then.
Next week.
Well then.
So, no Jim today, but that's all right. We still have one doctor in the house.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we are ready to roll.
We are. Speaking of rolling, we got public speaking. Hi, gang. Long time, third time. I wrote in previously about being back in school after a decade and noticing that the perfectionism ingrained in me as a kid was coming back. I would beat myself up for getting an A instead of an A+ on every test and exam. I took your advice, and last semester was much better. While I did still manage to complete all of my classes with an A+, I was much less stressed and realized that I could miss questions on exams and still do well in the class overall. I still push myself to do the best that I can, but I'm learning that perfection is not the goal here. With that being said, this time through college, I am taking all the opportunities that I can. My first time through, I went to class, spent time with friends, and that was about it. No extracurriculars. I can't say that word. No office hour visits, no networking, etc. This time around, I'm making a point to meet with professors, even though it's all virtual, and taking advantage of different opportunities the college and professors have to offer. I'm in the very early stages of working on my master's thesis, and my research advisor suggested I attend a conference in mid-July to give a presentation on the research I helped her with last semester and try to pepper in some of the stuff that I'm working on. This will be a very good experience with a big networking opportunity, as I will be able to meet researchers, professors, and people in the conversation field. In the conservation field. Not the conversation field.
I read conversation when you said it, too.
We're the conversation field. This is the conservation
And by the way,
field.
Ryder, you can't do what we do. All right?
As I put on my glasses.
The bifocals.
Let's see. Nope. Those don't make it better. However, I do not like public speaking. I get bad anxiety when I'm the center of attention and my mouth gets dry. I get all sweaty and I stumble on my words. I gave a brief presentation on this same material in April as a practice run and did fine, but I was extremely anxious leading up to it and feel like I could have done better. I'm also dealing with imposter syndrome a bit, knowing that these are career researchers and professionals and I'm just finishing an undergrad degree before moving on to grad school. My advisor has said that everyone there is extremely nice and genuinely wants the next generation to succeed and will help in any way they can, but it's still pretty nerve-wracking. I feel like I just don't know the material well enough to give a presentation. Do you have any advice on handling public speaking when it's not your forte? For those who have gone to conferences, what should I expect? I'm certainly going to take Jacob's classic advice and fake it till I make it. Nice. Everybody drink. But more tips will be greatly appreciated. Thanks for all you do. That's Adam.
Okay. So a while back, I remember we had this conversation on the show about like cringe moments.
Sure.
Like everybody has one of those. And if you think back, it just keeps you up at night and you're just in your head and reliving it and you just cringe and you just feel so gross.
Yeah.
And everybody had one except me, and I couldn't think of one. I just remembered one.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so Adam,
here we go.
Here's my advice. It will never be as bad as what I did. Okay, so Whitney, have you ever presented at a conference?
No, but I've been and seen them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I've in my undergrad, I was involved in 2 different research projects. Okay, one of them was we were researching gambling behavior. Okay, so it was really fun. So what we were experimenting or kind of researching was known as the near miss phenomenon.
Okay.
So this idea that like
you need 3 sevens, you get 2.5 sevens, so
Yes.
that makes you think that you're getting closer to winning.
And so you get 2
and you see the next one. If the reel had just moved a little bit more.
Yeah. So it's this idea that there's actually no reinforcement of the behavior, but the behavior is reinforced anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So it kind of goes
Weird.
against what you would think of as far as like operant conditioning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's really kind of strange in that sense. And so it was this weird phenomenon. So that's what we were researching. And so we actually created slot machines that people would play on the computer. And so we had this system all set up. Anyway,
Did you pay out?
No.
Fucking bitch.
No. What did we get?
The funding wasn't there.
So like psychology students.
I hear you people bitch and moan about funding all the
We
time.
would pay people to participate in the research methods, like classes.
If you were a psychology student, I think you got extra
you got credit.
You
Yeah.
got credit.
Oh,
for
that's not
doing it.
nothing.
And then I want to say that there were some that we were able to do something like gift cards or maybe something like that. I can't remember.
Like hand
Meet him.
stuff.
I was like, meet him in the back alley.
Over the pants.
Yeah.
But so that was one of them. The other one was a research project that I was working on with one of the professors where he was looking at learning styles in the classroom. And so I always thought it was weird that this one professor was still using an overhead projector when everyone else had switched to PowerPoint.
Okay.
But he was doing it because it was part of a research project that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
And so he would compare test results, basically.
Oh, she's messing with your education.
Yeah. And so I was part of I was part of that research project. But
You were part of that research project in the same way a mouse is part of a research project.
You're not far off.
Yeah.
Because I actually did sign up with him as like a research assistant. Okay.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
So the mouse graduated.
Yeah. The mouse
moved
graduated.
Very smart mouse.
The mouse moved on
Stuart Little.
It's Dr. Mouse. Thank you. But the gambling one was interesting. Like that was exciting. So it was something that I could explain.
Yeah.
But that's not the one that we took to the conference.
Oh, shit.
We took the other one
'Kay.
to a conference in Chicago.
Okay.
And so I had to present on that. And I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Because I was there was 2 of us, 2 research assistants doing this. And the other one quit.
You're kind of reminding me. I think I did present at a research thing and I blocked it out because I was so terrible. Oh my gosh. You're reminding
I'm just
me.
thinking I would love to present at one of these things and not know anything about what I was
There's like 10
presenting.
people in the audience at the one I went to. There's like no one there.
That's
it was
terrible.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Here's
Sorry.
the thing. Standing there and
I need a
presenting
crowd.
Standing there and presenting information is not the difficult part. It's fielding questions.
Yes, 100%. That's
Okay.
where they get you because then you're like,
Yeah.
shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you were right. I feel like this was me.
I was embarrassed.
I have blocked this, Nick. Damn you. You have resurfaced this in my memory. Oh my God.
Because I remember I was being asked questions and I just, now instead of saying, I don't know,
No.
I just made shit up.
Yes.
I can't.
Correct.
Nick,
So-
you were born for this.
And then so afterwards, the professor pulled me aside. He said, you told them the exact opposite of what our findings were.
You're like, what?
Well, whose fault is that?
I was
You
like,
could have raised your hand and stepped in anytime, sir.
yeah. And I just felt like a complete asshole.
Oh my gosh, I remember this. Oh, yeah. No,
So Adam,
it's-
don't do that.
Adam,
Yeah.
don't make stuff up.
Well, so here's the
Just
thing.
look like an idiot, and you know what? You can block it out. It's
But I'll tell you-
subconscious by the time.
But I'll tell you what the real answer is in those situations when you get asked the question of like things that you don't know about is be ready with research places. Be ready with
Like where
sources
to find
to send
it.
people to.
That's
yeah,
very fair.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. Like, hey, I actually don't know that. I'm doing the presentation, but I
Yeah.
don't know that. But I tell you who does know that. Dr. So-and-so and so-and-so over at www.gofuckyourself.com.
Yeah, and the other thing too
Give
is
them the real web address, though. Don't use that one.
hard disagree.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I think the good thing. the important thing with any good research paper that you write is in every paper you have to identify your limitations.
Yeah.
Right. So here are the limitations of our study.
That's
These
true.
are the things that we couldn't test for.
Yeah.
If you have a really solid understanding of that piece of your research, I think that goes a long way. Because then, like what Jacob says, like you don't
understand
have
your
to,
parameters.
Yeah, you don't have to say like, oh, I don't know. But you can actually say, well, that was outside the parameters of our research, and we're looking at this. That is something we're interested in looking at, but we didn't, whatever, for whatever reason, weren't able to look into it. That is a perfectly reasonable answer. Honestly, here's the thing: like, I thought I could just fake it.
I know. It is not the same when you're up there and they ask you something and everyone's staring at you.
Practice it.
Yeah.
Practice the public speaking part. Get in front of a mirror. Have your notes. Take notes. Put notes down. You're going to forget things if you don't have the notes. So get in front of a mirror. Do that. If you want to do it in front of a friend, do it in front of a friend or a loved one or anything like that. The other thing is, whatever that, like, I don't know what this environment is. I don't know fuck all about presenting master's theses and everything else. But it's an educational environment. It's an academic environment.
Yeah.
All of these people that you're presenting to have presented their materials to other people, and they did it when they were young. They did it when they
Mine was
were
undergrad too.
That's it.
They
did it. They did what you're doing. They get it. Like,
especially
this is an audience that is like, you're not going to have a more compassionate audience because you know for sure that everybody in the audience, or virtually everybody in the audience, has gone through what you're going through. And I'll just tell you, nobody in academia is good at public speaking.
No.
The best public speaker you know in academia is not a good public speaker.
Right.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah, they're performers if they're good at public speaking.
Right.
They're not good at
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, exactly.
So I think
the people that are actually good at it, like, that's what they do.
That's what they end up doing.
They're not researching and they're like, oh, this researcher happens to be a fantastic public speaker as well.
Yeah.
Like, no, they're doing all of it.
More people are going to be rooting for you at these conferences than rooting against you. So I think that's the other thing that I think is important.
Everybody wants you to win on this.
Yeah.
Everybody just benefits if you win. They all want you to. They're all going to be there supporting you. Truly, like, everybody is just, even if it's like, if I just walked in and watched your presentation, it doesn't affect me at all. My day is just better if the presentation is good. Like, everybody there is just going to root for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can be part of a team as well, but that's sometimes helpful. So even if you can't think of something on the spot, you've got other people there. With Pod Therapy, that's the nice thing is like, if a question comes up, hypothetically, if we did a live show, which we did once, before we did a live show, before in Scoop Fest.
Y'all did a live show.
We did a live show.
Live people.
Oh my gosh, were you nervous?
When we got about that.
That's when it was just Jim and myself.
Good
and
for y'all.
when questions come up, sometimes it's nice to have a team. Then you you feel a little bit more relaxed. Like,
the pressure's not just on you.
Like, I can't think of what to say, and then somebody else says something like, "Oh yeah, I can add to that because this is the thing that I remember."
I think it's important too, if you don't have a team and it is just you up there, to remember. I feel like Jacob was kind of hinting towards this. Most people are kind of there, one, to just hear what you're going to share about. They're interested in the outcome. They may ask questions like we said earlier, and you may have a good answer for that. If you don't, I actually really like the idea of sending them to the research or saying, hey, that's kind of like outside of what we studied, and just keeping it very vague like that. Nobody's going to keep pressing you and like pushing on that. But I think remembering that people are there from a neutral position. Your title of your paper you're presenting or the research you're presenting probably caught their eye or their interest, like the gambling thing. I'm like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Like, I wonder what he found out. So they're going to just hear that info. It's not really about you. I think sometimes we think when we're public speaking, everybody is just, what's the word, like dissecting us up there.
Focused.
Like every little thing. And they're not. They just want to hear what you're sharing, and maybe they're going to watch your slides you present. That's where most of their focus is going to be. They're not watching you. I think it's important to remember that. No one's watching me. I mean,
at least 40% of the people are making plans for lunch.
They're looking at their phone. They're doing you are just
checking
there.
Email.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think reminding ourselves when we are up there and there's a spotlight on us, it feels like everyone in the room is looking at us, but kind of reminding yourself, not everyone in here is even looking at me. I'm just neutrally here presenting this information. I don't know. It sometimes helps take that pressure off of
that may be the difference in performers, because the assumption, honestly, for performers is no matter how many people are on stage, everybody's looking at me.
Interesting.
Yeah. You always have to assume that everybody's looking at me.
Which kind of makes sense if that's your job. It's like, because then if one thing goes wrong, they will be looking at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, or if you're doing something unique. Interesting.
So now I have to hear, what was this research that you presented?
No, I can't even remember. I could probably go figure it out. I have a little poster board rolled up somewhere. I know Peter has one too. We went to the same college.
It had to do with this the circus act that Whitney's trying to put together.
Yeah. I know. I want to say it had to do with religion.
Get her hair real wet.
It was like religion, something with religion, because we went to religious school. But I'll have to go dig it up. But I should not share the story probably for this author, but I feel like I remember getting off the, again, stage that was not really a stage, just the front of the room with like the 20 people in the audience. And there was one person who like kept asking questions, and I was unsure.
You had a Jim Jobin?
I had one person in there, one guy.
Like chased you down?
Not chased, but they just kept.
Came over to you after the presentation was
like
done?
in front of everyone. They're raising their hand like, here's my question. Gotcha. And when I didn't know exactly how to answer it, then they continued to press. Like, they were kind of an asshole. And afterwards, my professor was like, I'm so sorry. That person is like a dick, basically. Yeah. It was our social psych professor.
I mean, I've kind of done that. No, I haven't actually done that. I've wanted to do that at conferences before.
You know what? I made it through. I suppressed it. You can too. Yeah. Adam, you're going to be great.
I believe I could completely derail any presentation with a few questions.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it.
Maybe they weren't trying to do that either.
No, but so anyway, here's what happened. Okay, I was at a gambling conference, and somebody was talking about treatment planning.
Drink.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Treatment planning.
We got golf. We got treatment planning.
Yeah,
Iowa.
And started talking about SMART goals. And SMART goals are terrible. They're really not good. Blah, 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 and you shouldn't do this. And then he's like, so here's some examples. Here's a SMART goal, and this is why it sucks. And then here's a better way to set a goal. And I said,
that guy's asking for it.
No, but the examples he came up with weren't SMART goals. They didn't meet the acronym.
Yeah.
So it's he's presenting stuff. He's presenting a straw man argument.
Yes, right. Straw man. That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's this is bullshit.
I've got a cow milking machine here, and you ought to use this cow milking machine. You see, if I come over here and just grab this cow and shake it, no milk comes out of it.
That's why I need the machine.
If I hook it up to this cow milking machine, milk comes right on out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that bothers me.
Oh, that's rough.
But those are, Adam, exceptions, I think.
They are.
Take a cow on stage with you, Adam.
Yes, that will help.
Yeah.
Couldn't hurt.
Honestly, that's
if you milk it.
Couldn't hurt. Yeah, practice everything you can.
Yeah.
Take notes. Go through your notes. If you have PowerPoint or something like that, practice it with the PowerPoint. Practice actually pointing at it, doing things like that. Mm-hmm. Don't sweat it. Don't blow it up into something that it's not. It's just It's just you talking in front of your peers.
And after you say "I don't know" for the first time, it gets a lot easier.
Yeah.
Or they keep asking questions. No, just kidding.
Or you say what Nick said earlier. You say that was actually outside the scope of what I was doing on this.
I wish I would have said that. Then they can just drop it. They're like, oh, okay, you don't know.
And if they don't, then they look like an asshole. If you say 2 or 3 times in a row, that was outside of the realm of what we were studying on this, then at some point...
Yeah. Because that's what happened afterwards. People like, that dude was an asshole. I was like, oh, okay.
Maybe you should read the article.
Yeah, you just take that paper home with you, sir.
Yeah. Good luck, Adam. Tell us how it goes. Check in with us. Report back.
Not very many people, I should say, love public speaking.
Yeah. I was in a class in college, for my theater degree. I had to take a basic public speaking class where I was just in with business majors and things like that. And it's the only time in my academic life that I ever felt like a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
I got this.
I was like, what are y'all even? This is a class.
They're like stuttering. You're up there. I was in theater. You're fine.
I was like, what is yeah, I was like, oh, this is not a thing that everybody just does.
I do have to say, I had my gen psych professor.
Math, on the other hand, fuck me.
He had us do a presentation in front of our class, which actually had more people probably than my research presentation. There's like 70 people in this class. But to present on your psychology thing you were supposed to research, he said, all right, I'm going to, it's basically like, do you know what you're talking about? So he would listen, but he did say every time you say or maybe like
a verbal filler.
A verbal filler of any kind, I'm going to put a tally mark. And it was like every 10 of those I take off a point or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he just paid attention to
Oh, you just made like a third of our listeners just hate.
That
was Nick Tangeman right there.
That was Jim.
That was Jim.
Fucking Jim.
But I literally, when I was working for the insurance company, we'd have to present these like members to our doctor, and I counted. Only because she said it so many times, then I started listening to it, and I got my little tally marker out because these are virtual. I'm not in front of her. Yeah. I'm like listening. And
if you start listening for them,
oh my gosh,
some people you really notice them.
One member she presented, wasn't even all the people. One member 40 times she said in a presentation, and I mean we're talking like a 5-minute or less like presentation. I was like, oh my gosh, but I just couldn't help it. I was like, after 10, I was like, I gotta start.
In the early days of Pod Therapy, we would go through and we would delete all of the sounds, and we stopped doing that. Like.
We didn't involve me.
Yeah, we did not. We did not involve
Jacob's like, you can't pay me enough.
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
How many did you count?
We probably did that. I'd say for a year.
Like.
Oh, but like in an episode.
How many? Yeah.
Like all over.
Huh.
Yeah. All over.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier to do that than just not do it, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it was. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we would record for an hour and a half, and by the time we were done, like. That's an hour episode. It's just a half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right. That's
best of luck to you, Adam.
Yeah.
And please do report back in.
Yeah, I want to hear how it went.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about supporting my spouse even when their family is being kind of an asshole. You are listening to Pod Therapy.
Today's episode is brought to you by Judy Schneider, Leon Kasab, Carolyn Albert, Sammy Scoop, Sarah Smith, Mike Helm, Darren Cunningham, Brady Malachek, Max the Ginger Scoop, Ellie O'Dare, Amy Aardvark, and Edgar Allan Ho. And if you'd like to sponsor the show, become a therapy producer. Patreon.com/therapy. All right, we got some trivia this week.
Look out.
In honor of the 2nd of July.
Okay.
Which comes right before the 4th of July.
Yeah. I think 2 days before.
I don't know if that's right. We'll
do the math. You do the math, Jake.
I'll check that and get back to you. Whitney?
Yes.
Which president was born on the 4th of July?
Wasn't that Will Smith?
Jimmy Carter. No, do I have options?
Final answer? Yes, you do.
Okay.
You're going to want options.
Yeah.
Calvin Coolidge, Teddy Roosevelt, James Monroe, or Herbert Hoover?
Teddy Roosevelt.
No.
It feels like it should be Teddy Roosevelt.
He's so
yeah.
American.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't go to like the signs of the zodiac and be like, Teddy Roosevelt seems like a Sagittarius to me.
Yeah. I don't know the president's. He definitely is not a Cancer, so yeah, I probably should have gone that route.
Let's try Hoover.
No.
Oh, he sucks.
Coolidge. Was that one of them?
It was Coolidge. Point goes to Nick.
Dang it.
Okay. Jacob?
Yes?
Who was the only person to sign the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776?
Madison?
Final answer?
Yes.
No.
I thought I was trolling him. What are the options?
John Hancock, Thomas Jefferson, Charles Thompson, or Benjamin Franklin?
Jefferson.
No. Point goes to Nick. It was John Hancock.
It was Hancock.
Okay.
It was Hancock.
Should have been the obvious one. But.
Okay.
This is the real trivia question. I've been listening to a lot of stuff about this lately, being the 250th centennial. or not centennial, but anniversary.
Yeah.
When did, what do we celebrate on July 4th? We celebrate the Declaration of Independence.
Independence Day.
So when did the country start?
I'm going to guess 1870.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. Are we talking years or days? Are you saying, why is the day July 4th?
No.
Or...
Like, the day is...
When did it become a federal holiday?
No. I'm asking a deeper question. I'm like, how long has this country actually been here?
Oh.
Because it wasn't really a country on the 4th of July.
In the 1600s.
Right.
Yeah.
And
they were...
Well, for instance, what year did George Washington start being president?
That was... wasn't until 1779, I think.
1789.
89.
It was 13 years after the Declaration of Independence.
This shit before
That's
then?
exactly right. It's all kinds of shit. Like that 13 years is really fascinating.
Really?
That's what I've been reading up on the last few months, is just reading up on little tidbits of history from that 13-year period. And it's some neat stuff.
I'll bet it ran better. The country ran better.
Well, yes and no. I mean, for one thing, there were 13 states.
Yeah.
So a lot smaller.
So the states were all pretty much independent.
The states were not pretty much independent. They were independent.
They were.
Yeah.
Like, in the Declaration of Independence, it says, these 13 United States of America.
Yeah.
13 is obviously a number.
Yeah.
United. The word united in that sentence, is that a proper noun, or is that a adjective?
That's an adjective.
Adjective, I'd guess.
Well, it depends on if it's capitalized or not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The 13 United States of America is the proper noun. States of America is the proper noun in the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, the states is still capitalized. Ew, interesting.
It is it's weird. It's not
States. Huh.
I see why people take off and go conspiratorial on this stuff. I really do.
Yeah.
Because it's so intricate and not extraordinarily well recorded, because it's just like this guy in Boston wrote it down one time.
Yeah.
And
we take it.
Yeah, that's
it's like
it.
the Bible.
Right. And one congressperson, or at that point one congressman from each state.
Yeah.
No Senate. And Congress couldn't levy taxes. Congress couldn't do the thing that they can do now.
It's crazy.
And that was something they specifically could not do.
Interesting.
It's weird, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is very interesting. I bet that is a dark hole, or like a black hole to go down.
It's like, that 13 years, is it a country?
Ooh.
Yeah, kind of not.
In a lot of ways, kind of not.
Just floating around, hoping that something sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like the old Roman city-states almost.
Yeah.
Here's just a little
Florence.
Cluster of...
Yeah, wow. We call it Massachusetts. Here it is.
I was reading about how Salem was much bigger before, and after the witch trial stuff, which was only 1 year apparently in their history, a lot of the surrounding areas, like villages and towns, took Salem off of their title because they did not want to be associated with the witch trials. But now, ironically, it's a huge cash cow to go visit Salem and all that. And so now they're like, oh, well, this one little town that's
SJ
right
would move to Salem tomorrow.
It's so fucking cute. Oh my God.
How many
I loved
people are really into the witch trials and accidentally go to Oregon? It's not zero, right? There's got to be a few
Portland.
people that are just I'm very, very disappointed.
They would tie a witch to one of these trees and burn it? Jesus.
It's a giant fire.
How long did that take?
Oh my gosh. Very cool.
Let's see, we got one in here. Supporting my spouse through family neglect. Hi, friends. My spouse and I have been married for a couple of years. Throughout their life, they have never really felt valued, seen, or prioritized by their biological family. This would become incredibly painful around our wedding, where multiple family members demonstrated a profound lack of consideration for milestones or accountability for their actions. Our anniversary is particularly difficult for them because they are reminded about how our wedding didn't go the way they planned. I won't go into details, but let's just say we spent the days immediately following our wedding taking care of a selfish relative of theirs who neglected their health. Yeesh. I've gotten over it, but my spouse is holding on to deep pain and resentment. If somebody fucks up your wedding, that's a
deep, yeah.
I
deep
get
cut.
it. Mm-hmm. Like there were people who were assholes at my wedding. Like you're not really fucking up my wedding. Mm-hmm. SJ's still not thrilled with him.
Right. Still remember.
Yeah.
Never forget.
That's it. This is incredibly painful for me to see, since I want to remember our wedding for all the joy it brought us. It is certainly causing friction between us. Because of a lifetime of this treatment like this, my spouse often struggles with feelings of unworthiness, even choosing to skip traditional celebrations because they didn't feel like they are deserved. It breaks my heart to see them carry this pain and anguish. While I know I cannot change the past or fix their family's behavior, I want to ensure that they feel entirely valued, seen, and secure with me. My spouse is currently in therapy, but as their partner, what can I do on a daily basis to help them feel deeply valued in the face of these past injustices? How can I best support their healing process without overstepping or trying to, quote-unquote, fix things that I can't control? Read my shitty in-laws. Thanks for everything. That's a not a spouse.
That's too bad.
I know. You're definitely on the right track with acknowledging not overstepping and trying to fix things. You know, that obviously is where the first place that my mind went.
I'm mad that your spouse is already in therapy. It just takes that option away from us to recommend.
Shit.
I mean, your spouse should really be in therapy.
You're doing everything right. Great.
Let's scrap this one. Let's just go to a different letter.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
No, I think that's the hardest thing. It's so hard to see our loved ones like in pain or frustrated. And man, like Jacob said, to have people disrupting your wedding and it being your in-laws, that's why probably your spouse is more upset than you, or is feeling that heavier than you are. God, that is so frustrating. And how do you set boundaries for something that is like already happened? That's the tough part. The event has already occurred.
It needs like what you want to happen is you want your in-laws to grow up and be respectful.
Yes.
And acknowledge perhaps a past misstep or two and apologize, but more importantly, to change the behavior going forward.
Yeah, the ones.
Yeah. Well, you can't do that.
Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
If you live in that space, oh my gosh, it will wreck you emotionally. Yeah. If you live in the like, what should my in-law or my parents be doing as an adult child? Like, man, you will go crazy in that space.
Yeah. As an individual currently planning a wedding.
I was going to ask, what can I do to show up and fuck your shit up?
You don't even have to.
Listeners,
try.
there is a Patreon level. You hit a Patreon level, I will do whatever you want me to do at Nick's wedding.
Laura was very specific. She's like, you can invite 2 out of the 3.
Oh,
it's up to you. I don't care which, but you can't have all 3 of them. So you got to pick.
This is actually
it's
ideal
like your
for me.
children. Choose your 2 favorite children.
This has worked out perfectly for me. I will bow out.
No, but like it's one of those things where it's like kind of explaining to Laura because you're planning things, and the writer talks about like how the wedding didn't go as they had planned, and it sounded like they were saying the wedding didn't go as the family had
That's
planned.
That's what I heard.
Which was kind of like,
why do you care if it went how they planned?
Yeah.
Like,
but like that's the thing I was kind of explaining to Laura is like you have to go into this with the understanding that something is not going to go as planned.
Yes.
Right.
I tell this to everyone.
And you have to just embrace that. That like, and you kind of have you think of it as in like, oh, and we're going to have a great story to tell later.
What went wrong in your first 2 weddings?
The groom.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the groom was not ready.
Just kidding. Go on.
Is he ready now?
No,
I don't know yet. We're going to find out together.
But there's always something like, but like as I'm thinking this, I'm thinking of something like, the flower girl didn't want to do it. And cried
That's
and
very
ran off. Like stuff like that you can play. It rained.
Like the DJ was an asshole to my father-in-law at my wedding.
I have one from our wedding.
Like that was like the DJ was an asshole to my father-in-law. And like just a jerk to him for no reason when he was telling him something and like just fuck some shit. Like that's rude. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
But like all that stuff is different than like
when
family
does
members
it,
get into a fight.
Okay. Yeah. Because tell me this and I don't know what it's like for you both, but for me and for Peter, I think, like, and I'll speak on his behalf because that's what I do.
Yep. Thank you. Hashtag save Peter.
What we wanted for our wedding, you're thinking about what are my guests going to enjoy or want. Like, yes, it's what I want, but you are thinking of your guests.
Of
like,
course.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want shitty cake because
That's why we didn't do it at my house.
Exactly. So I think that is what feels maybe like the gut punch, because deep down we're hosting an event that you're inviting people to because you want them to enjoy it. And when it's somebody as close as your in-laws, or again, for your spouse, it's his family, when they are not enjoying it, it almost like it feels like a little knife twisting. It's just like a little, you know, right in your gut.
Like, I'm doing all of this. This is a big day for me, and you can't even just enjoy yourself.
Correct.
Well, Laura had this experience at a friend's wedding recently that we went to, where she just started getting really uncomfortable and anxious because she was worried that other people at this other person's wedding weren't having a good time. You know, kind of like
Laura was.
Yes. It's like, oh, more people should be dancing. Like it's like they got this DJ and this got a dance floor. No one's using it.
This is
like,
when I say that Laura needs to drink more.
That's the answer.
Settle down, Laura. Go to the bar. Get another drink.
But like, I totally get that, because it's kind of this feeling of like, you know, you want everybody to have a good time.
Yeah.
You want everybody to have fun. And
You want it to go perfectly.
And if you perceive that they're not, then it becomes like a personal thing.
Feels
But
against
honestly, you also at your weddings, just my opinion, if you're throwing a wedding, you want to have people like Laura at that wedding, because they will fix things for you before things get out of hand.
That is true.
Like some of those family members, like you got those couple of cousins that are always there for you. Like you want them there because like they're going to take care of shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do agree. That is kind of nice to
Like,
have.
this table, it doesn't have enough seats at it. Cousin Roy, he's taking care of it.
Yeah.
He's on it.
100%. Yeah. Oh, gosh. As far as how you feel after the event, I mean, I think going back, my only, like, I guess advice is going back into you are not responsible for other people's enjoyment. I think if you had the wedding that you both wanted and enjoyed, I think really trying to let go of feeling that responsibility for other people's enjoyment or their complaints or anything, the negatives or the positives. Did you get what you wanted out of your experience? And if they did not, I think you have to decide what you want to do in the future. We can't change the past. You can't change how things went at the wedding and their response to that. But what can you do in the future? Because I think Nick said this before, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior typically. So kind of prepare yourself. What's the next event that you think you may end up with your family at? Is that a holiday? You know, what are you going to decide to do going into that holiday to make sure you yourself are taken care of? You kind of have to be a little more selfish going forward, it sounds like, because your family is not going to think of you.
So, and how the writer deals with their spouse. So spouses felt unseen, unprioritized in their biological family.
Yeah.
The writer seems like you're doing awesome, not a spouse, to just even be aware of this and to just be making an effort to try to ensure that your spouse feels this way.
I'm going to be really honest with you. I feel like a non-spouse is kind of brown nosing here a little bit. Just looking for, just looking for a
Good
little
job.
attaboy. Yeah. I think a good job and a pat on the back is all a non-spouse is looking for here. A non-spouse, you're clearly doing everything you need to be doing. You're perfect. I don't know what else to tell you. You're fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it's not.
If that's what you're looking for, you got it.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't draw attention to it then.
No, I think that's kind of underrated too, like being that person for your spouse over years. I mean, if they struggle with that and you have a supportive partner, I mean, I think it's hard to measure how far that goes. And it really
I think the over years part is important.
Yes.
And like setting that new home standard.
Yes.
You're saying like this is what home life is. This is love and support and everything, and like this is just what we're gonna do. This is what it's gonna be going forward. Yeah.
Well, and if you think about it, like I don't know how long these two have been together. I don't know, maybe it said that, but like, is it less than 18 years that they've been together? Because if so, like your spouse has had 18 years of perfecting this behavior.
Yes.
Of really rooting and hardwiring this way of thinking and this
Right.
belief system. So don't feel like if you're not seeing changes in a couple years that it's not working, because
Correct.
it's going to take just as long to undo this as it took to create it.
Yeah.
So I think you're doing a great job, and I think you should definitely, just do your best to try to, continue to show that they're valued and that you support them.
Like you see them.
Yeah.
They aren't feeling seen by their family. You're the one seeing them. I think that goes a really long way, and you won't necessarily see that result quickly or very, very clearly right away, but it does. I've seen that with couples working with one partner, seeing how that affects them in a positive way.
I think the best thing that you can be is consistent.
Yes.
Kind of like, it reminds me of we worked with adolescents, right? Whitney and I. And so and Jacob. And
Thank you.
Different way.
in different ways. But I think
Worked.
but I think the most important thing that I took from working with adolescents is consistency, because it's the thing that they were lacking in their life.
And you're not going to see the result right away.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're consistent, and you're thinking this is not working, this is not working, this is not working, but you stick with it, because it's not like I did this behavior and then that creates this other behavior.
Right.
It's I've done this behavior for 3 years, and now
Yeah.
it's the consistency that causes the change.
You're creating an expectation.
Yes.
And it takes a minute to do that.
Yes. And so, I think an honest spouse, I think you're doing a great job. It's frustrating. In the meantime, don't neglect yourself either.
Yeah.
Make sure that, because I would hate for you to devote your entire life to,
Yes.
I need to make sure that my partner feels deeply valued. Yes, that's important. And you need to feel valued as well.
That is
and
great
so
advice.
I think, you need to find some way yourself that you can be able to build that support and have those outlets for yourself.
Yeah.
I like that they're in therapy themselves too.
Oh, yeah. And maybe see if you can, maybe ask if you could sit in on a session.
Oh, that could.
Yeah, honestly, when you're talking about what's the best way to support my spouse, sometimes the best way is ask the spouse's therapist.
Yeah.
What is the best way?
Yeah. Like
Or-
if you could sit on a session and ask that question, that might be really nice.
Yeah, that'd probably be more useful than what we can tell you.
Yep. I can't see how it could be less.
Yeah. Thank you for writing in. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do it through. Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck it.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about finding religion. You're listening to Pod Therapy.
Yes. Today's episode is brought to you by Judy Schneider, Leon Casab, Carolyn Albert, Sammy Scoop, Sarah Smith, Mike Helm, Darren Cunningham, Brady Malachek, Max the Ginger Scoop, Ellie O'Dare, Amy Aardvark, and Edgar Allan Ho. And if you'd like to become a therapy producer, head on over to patreon.com/therapy and sign up.
All right.
Whitney. Yes. Which signer of the Declaration was the oldest?
Your mom.
Options.
Benjamin Franklin, Samuel Adams, Roger Sherman, or John Hancock?
Ben Franklin.
Yes.
All right.
Bonus points. How old was he?
He was 30.
Yes.
Was he?
No, he was 70.
Dang it. I got really
I was
excited.
like, I think he was in his 70s. Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be shockingly young. Dang it.
Yeah. Which, honestly, 70 is the oldest. I mean, all right.
I've read, I don't know how true it is. Somebody might correct me. I've read that the life expectancy thing, like people live longer now, it's not really that people live longer, it's that less children die.
Yeah. Okay.
So like the average lifespan goes up because it's fewer child deaths, not because people are living, necessarily longer in general.
I think you're on. Well, I believe you.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I've been told that,
I-
and like it seems reasonable.
I thought about this visiting in Boston and in Salem because there were tons of stories, and you'd see on gravestones people were living to like 70, 80
Right.
plus years old, and I'm like, wow, is that?
So,
It
like,
doesn't
if
seem
they-
that unique.
If they'd lived past 30,
Yeah.
or lived
That's-
past 3, right? Probably.
Yes. Yeah. If you didn't die from disease,
Yeah.
then you were making it to 80. I was like, all right. It surprised me. So I think you're onto something.
Maybe.
All right, Jacob, which state was the last of the original 13 colonies to ratify the U.S. Constitution?
Oh, my gosh. This is like, are you smarter than a fifth grader?
I definitely know this. This is in my head somewhere. Give me the options.
Okay, there's 13 of them. Virginia, Rhode Island, New York, or North Carolina.
Rhode Island is what was in my head. I'll say Rhode Island.
Correct.
Oh,
All right.
Wow, I'd have guessed North
Okay,
Carolina.
goddamn, two.
Yeah, that was my guess in there.
Wow.
All right, we got here my come to Jesus moment. I don't know if this is actually about religion or not. I just saw the title of the letter. Hi, everyone. I am at a loss, and I don't know why I'm writing this. I just need to let it all out. I'm not much of a religious person, but my partner is. This past Sunday, we ended up visiting his church, which we do every month or so. As the sermon was getting started, the pastor was doing his usual crowd work. Thank you. Saying things like, can I get an amen after something obvious? Or, I know we're all about to relate on today's topic. I mentally rolled my eyes and thought, here we go again. But then the sermon turned to rest. Not just physical rest, but rest for your soul. He talked about how we do all these things to make ourselves feel comfortable, refreshed, or okay. But more often than not, those things don't really work. He said that true rest only comes through Jesus. And he kept going on from there. Sorry, I can't read that without saying it that way. That true rest only comes through Jesus.
Jesus. You are from the South.
Oh, you
so.
sounded good doing that.
Yeah, I can't not
That was
do
a
it.
Louisiana
I can
accent.
do it. I can just give me a sermon and I can just do it. I can just do the whole
believe
thing.
This. I want to see it.
I can't wholly explain it, but that hit me like a bag of bricks. I just started crying. My substance use has gone back and forth, and right now I'm coming out of a pretty severe binge. My doctor recently told me that my liver is going sideways. I work 3 jobs. I'm getting my doctorate, and man, I am just tired. I am so tired. Tired of waking up hungover, tired of using for reasons I convince myself are necessary, tired of working my ass off and trying to balance every piece of my family life, tired of trying to hold everything together while feeling like I'm coming apart. I've signed up to attend an addictions meeting at the church, but I'm not sure if I'll attend. I've got to be honest. If step 1 is me relinquishing my power to Jesus or whatever, it's going to be a non-starter. If I'm remembering correctly, there were some pretty strong words said about this in a recent episode. Yeah, it's true. We just talked about this not too long ago. Something like the religious aspect shouldn't matter. Sure, that's maybe an oversimplification, but bottom line, if it's your health versus dealing with it in a religious way, would prefer your health get better if those are the only 2 options. But seriously, what am I to do when the first step is doing something that I don't believe in? Why would a religiously propelled program want someone there who isn't engaging with it properly? Thank you for your thoughts. He, him.
Okay, I love this one.
I do too.
Yeah. Where do you want to start? Let's actually start at the end. Let's start with our take on 12 steps, self-help.
Yeah,
meetings,
a little refresher.
stuff like that.
What if it's at the church?
Yeah.
Right?
So at the church, it's going to have probably a little bit more of a
I feel like
Jesus
it's more likely.
touch.
Yeah.
But also, there are churches that just let people
They just host.
Yeah, they just
Yes.
host.
Yeah.
There are definitely churches that just
That's
use
true. That's true.
give their
yeah.
space.
Okay.
Yeah, that is definitely true.
So, I mean, I would just say check it out. Like, don't decide whether or not to go yet, but decide to check it out. Like, dig into this program, see what they're all about, see if they are kind of religious propelled, or maybe it's just an aspect of it that you can kind of take or leave. And I bet if you just call someone and have a conversation with them, they're going to tell you.
Yeah.
They're like, if you call and say, "Hey, look, is it really Jesus-y?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, just tell me. Like, I'm not religious, but I want to work on this, and this is an avenue that I found, and I'm seeing if it's right for me. So just give it to me straight, and I bet they will.
Yeah.
And they're used to helping people. That's what they're doing. Whether it's through a way that really you think would work for you or not. I mean, they are there to help people, and they are there to help people who are going through what you're going through.
They just truly believe that that's the best way.
12-step
And that
meetings,
is us giving benefit of the doubt. Sure, we know.
12-step meetings to me kind of remind me of like medications, and how you figure out what medications do, because like so many medications were created and they worked, and we just started using them, started prescribing them without knowing. We have no idea why this works, but it seems to work. And it's not until later that you realize that, like, oh, this is why it worked. Not because of this thing that we thought.
Right.
But because of this other thing. Right. And
we thought chewing on this just got the bad spirits to leave your body.
Yeah.
It turns out it's penicillin.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Case in point. Yeah. So, like, that's kind of what I think of when I think of, like, 12-step programs, because, like, the 12 steps themselves, they're like, oh my God, we stumbled across this and this belief system and believing in the higher power, and this is why this works. And in reality, it's like, well, no, it works, but it works for different reasons. I think part of just and this is what we talked about in that episode. So I would encourage you go back, find that episode again, and listen to it again, because I think our take on it was a little bit different than the way you had described it. Because if I remember correctly, I think our big thing was kind of like Jacob said, like, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater, just kind of be a little bit open-minded when it comes to it. But also just the understanding of, if they're saying I need to give up power to Jesus Christ, what is actually beneficial in that step? And what's actually beneficial in that step is understanding your human limits. Mm-hmm. That's the key. Like, that's the important piece. Whether that be that you are giving up your power up to this God or that God, or an empty chair in the room, or the fellowship itself, or whatever the thing is, it's really just understanding your human limits. That's how I take it. And so I think there's some value in that. So I wouldn't throw it out completely just yet.
It's not nothing.
Exactly.
I mean, it has... It's certainly, if you start looking at numbers of 12-step stuff and everything, like, it's not something that does bang up numbers. Nothing in this field does bang up numbers, as far as I know, right? Like, there's not a cure that, like, people just aren't, that they're just ignoring in favor of the 12-step program. That has, like, a whatever success rate that it has. And I don't know the number. I don't want to say the number because I know it's not a great number, but I know the number is also disputed. Because also, like, what is success?
Right. Do you mean, Nick, when you say that, like, being aware of, like, what you're in control of?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like, understanding that, okay, so if we're going to get specific about, like, let's just pick alcohol, okay?
Yeah.
So it's kind of this, like, understanding that I don't have control over this, which really rubs people the wrong way, right? Because when the layman hears this, they're like, yeah, you do. You just don't drink.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, they're not completely wrong. That makes sense. But what it really is it's a reaction to how your specific body reacts to this substance.
Right.
Right. I can have an alcoholic drink and I'm going to be done. And I may not drink again for another month or 2 months or whatever. And there's also, like, Jacob can eat peanut M&Ms and won't break out in hives.
Yeah.
Other people aren't that fortunate.
That's it.
Right. And that's really what it comes down to. So it's like, if I compare this to, like, my peanut allergy, it's not that I'm saying, like, I am powerless over peanuts. Well, I can not eat the first one, right? But I'm powerless over the effect that it has on me.
Yeah.
And that's really a better way to describe addiction.
I really like this. I have just stumbled across an AI summation of the 12 steps.
Oh, okay.
That I think kind of works.
Okay.
It's not tongue in cheek. This is just so steps 1 through 3. Basically, you're looking at acceptance and surrender. So through those steps, the goal is admitting powerlessness, seeking help from a higher power. There's that one. And deciding to change.
Okay.
But so admitting powerlessness and deciding to change, fuck. That's it.
That's it. And why is that important? Because not doing that keeps you stuck.
Right.
Like, those are the people that are just like, you know what? No, I think I can do this. I think I can still drink. I can still do all of these things. I'll just avoid, the negative consequences. And it's clearly saying, like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
We need to accept that. Go on.
Steps 4 through 7, reflection and transformation, taking a moral inventory, admitting wrongs, and addressing character defects with humility. So that makes sense. Good. Yep. Steps 8 through 10, making amends, listing those harmed, making direct amends, and maintaining accountability. The maintaining part, always the trickiest part there. Steps 11 and 12, growth and service, using prayer/meditation for spiritual growth and carrying this message to others.
There you go. So I think you can have all of that without the religious component.
Yeah, like if I take the word prayer out of that, then it's not /meditation. It's just meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And if I take the words seeking help from a higher power out of it and just change that to admitting powerlessness, seeking help, and deciding to change, like you're done.
There's also another component here, treatment.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do this the self-help method. Like that is a method. There's also treatment available. Like, and it doesn't have to mean
different levels.
Yeah, it doesn't have to mean residential treatment or inpatient treatment.
That's what everyone thinks. Like, I got to go in for 30 days.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
you don't. You could, you can treat this on an outpatient basis.
Yeah,
sometimes.
there's a lot of options.
So yeah, you should definitely go in and at minimum get an evaluation.
Yeah.
Like, and just
because why the fuck not?
Right. Yeah.
Why the fuck not? Go in, sit down. It'll take you an hour.
Do you go to, like, I know what my answer would be, but for you, Nick, like, is that going to a hospital or to a residential center to get, where do you get an assessment?
No, you can just Google in your area substance use treatment programs.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can probably find an outpatient treatment program.
Also, I bet if you go to one of those AA meetings, I bet they'll have a lot of that information available at that AA meeting.
Yeah, usually, especially your insurance, Mike, if you have insurance in the United States, they'll cover something.
A lot of times it's covered. Yeah. A lot of times, a lot of that's covered.
And there are things like IOP, which is intensive outpatient. There's partial hospitalization, which is not really being hospitalized. Just to throw that out there.
Yeah.
It's just outpatient, like basically through the hospital, right?
It's day treatment.
Yeah.
It's like
it's just at the
you go in 5 days a week
at the
for
hospital.
a few hours a day and go home at night.
Yeah. And you said in your letter you're tired. Like you're tired of waking up hungover, tired of using all these reasons that you convince yourself are necessary, tired of blah, 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 blah. You keep saying you're tired. So if you're really tired, then why not fight this on all fronts? Like you've got ammunition there through treatments, through self-help. Like, why not use it? Like, fire everything you have at this problem. If you're truly tired with it, why not?
And it is, I was talking to a friend today, that there is no reason to name. But I was talking to a friend today. I've been talking a lot on, it was Whitney. I've been talking a lot on Ice Cream Social about being tired and about, cause I haven't been sleeping. I've the last, several months, I have not been sleeping well, at least not consistently.
That sucks.
I'm actually kind of in an upswing right now. I'm getting like 6.5 hours of sleep right now.
That sounds terrible.
Which I can function pretty well in 6.5 hours. But then on the low end, like when I cycle back the other way, it'll be like 2.5 to 3.5.
No.
And I'll sit on that for like a month and a half or so.
Oh no!
I would die.
It's bad.
I would die.
Like I've been doing like sleep studies and stuff to try to get around all this.
Oh my god!
And what I was telling my friend today is what I've been discussing with a sleep specialist, and what I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow as we're recording this, and I bet this will come up as part of that as well because he's just gotten all of the sleep study back as well, so that'll be part of our appointment tomorrow. And what everybody is just saying so far is you got a lot going on and you're stressed, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And you might just need a bit of a reset.
Yeah.
And you might, and I mean, Ryder, this might be you. I don't know.
Yeah. The reset.
But what my people are telling me, and what I was talking to my friend today about, is like not a vacation, but I might just need like a week or two where I'm just at home.
Yeah.
Not working.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff gone. And going to sleep when I get tired, waking up and getting up when I wake up.
Eating when you feel hungry.
That's it.
Yeah.
And just letting all of those little clocks and everything try to reset. And that is a big ask. That's a big ask for me. That's a big ask for anyone.
Because a lot of people, I think you definitely fall in this camp too, where if you're home, you have something that you can work on.
Definitely.
And it's really hard to just be home and not do that.
Or if I'm going to plan to not have anything for a week, then I want to go do something.
Yeah, you're like, now I have time to do the things that I've been wanting to do.
If I'm going to take the time, then I want to take the time to go do something fun. I want to go somewhere. I want to go do something.
I do this too, where I'm like, I could just be home. I just want to do nothing. Then when I have nothing, I'm like, well, now I could invite my friend I haven't seen in so long. I'm like, no, just don't do that. Just
or I could just go to the club and go on a fucking bender.
Now, let me ask you this, Jacob. I know you're not religious either. But hypothetically,
I know. Comes as a big shock.
In going through this month of 2 to 3 hours of sleep per night, would you say you are more or less likely to feel touched by the Holy Spirit on no sleep than you were if you were well rested? Because I think if
you're delusional.
Maybe.
Because I think if you're stressed
you're
and you're tired, like that's what religion
they feed on.
Yeah. And I don't want to say that as like in a like a predator kind of way,
bashing,
like they're doing it intentionally. Like, ooh, we need to get some of these people in here. So I'm not saying that.
None of them are doing that.
Yeah.
There's a number of them who are doing that.
But I think,
Mole Folstein.
There's a reason the Mormons go to a certain part of the world to do their mission trips.
Right, yeah, good point. But I think, you're definitely more susceptible. And I think, like when you go to church and you hear a sermon like that, and you're in this emotionally stressed, vulnerable state, it's
3 jobs and a doctorate is what they're working on. That is insane.
That's a lot.
That is insane.
Yeah.
No wonder you're drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, and I
don't know if they said drinking.
Oh, was it?
Some sort of substance.
It's just substances.
No wonder you're substancing.
Yeah, substancing, yeah.
But Jacob kind of actually does bring up a good point. Like, what is leading to the substance use? Were you using substances when you were, chill, not having stuff to you, or is this turning into kind of a coping?
Is this new, or was this like recreational before and it's become coping now?
Yeah, the person assessing you will ask this question.
Thank you. Exactly. This is all stuff that I would go through in an assessment.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking at patterns.
Yeah.
So I get some sort of idea of what
you
happened.
Say the liver is going bad.
Liver is what made me think.
Alcohol,
that's but liver processes a lot. So.
Right. And with all that, I would think, because I would think stimulant. I'd be thinking Coke or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it almost sounds like going to this meeting might possibly be treating. Great, it'll keep you up for hours. You can get all your stuff done.
You would not be surprised at how many people drinking alcohol have tried stimulants to get off the alcohol.
Right?
Really?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like if Jacob were sitting here telling us I'm not sleeping, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to try Ambien.
Right.
Instead of sleep studies and adjusting, what might
just try it off the rack.
Right. Is there an underlying thing to me not sleeping? Is it because I'm stressed, or is it because I'm actually, even when I don't have any stress, I'm still not sleeping? Then you might want to look into something else. But I feel like potentially this going to a meeting, it feels like serendipitous a little bit. You're at church, they presented you with an opportunity to come to this meeting, so you're like, maybe I'll go to the meeting. But I like what Nick said, maybe just go get assessed and see if there can be a better option. If it is, if not, if you have to pay out of pocket for these services and you're like, I just can't do it right now, I need the AA meetings or the NA meetings, whatever you're choosing to go to, then do what you can do. But it seems like maybe getting a more in-depth assessment or evaluation of what's going on would be helpful to start.
Oh, large doses of cocaine or chronic use can damage the liver.
Wow.
Okay. There you go. So same with meth.
Meth does a lot.
Yep.
More than just the liver.
Also, will keep you up. I was just thinking stimulants.
Right. That is true. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it does.
Probably,
so there you go.
Probably noticed that in your dental care as well. So, yeah. So, yeah, Ryder,
good questions.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the religious component of it, I'm trying to even remember what the question really was.
Why would a religiously propelled program want someone there who isn't engaging with it properly? I don't know that they care.
A lot of these programs are surprisingly tolerant.
They want you there. They just want to help.
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I from all of the 12-step meetings that I myself have been to, I have...
And let me tell you, folks, he's been to a lot.
Put down the alcohol, Nick.
Because I used to take all my clients, and so I really honestly have been to a shit ton of meetings.
I mean, we might have to get Nick to go to a meeting to stop going to all these meetings.
Yeah.
Yes.
An anti-meeting meeting.
Yeah.
There's people all throughout the continuum of very religious, strictly religious, all the way to, not believing anything at all, and everyone in between. And for the most part, I have not seen many times in meetings when there's been any kind of pushback.
Okay.
I can think of individual examples, like individual people, but never entire meetings. Like maybe somebody in the group said, well, like, no, well, you're worshiping the wrong God.
They're like pushing back a lot.
Something stupid like that. But that just never happens. As a group, they are surprisingly tolerant of your
That's
beliefs.
Good. I didn't know that.
Compared to church people in general.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, going to a meeting is probably where you're going to find the most tolerant people in a church.
That's true. Yeah, that's actually true.
I'm not even making that up.
It's people who are there genuinely helping people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
They've been through shit.
Or at least trying to.
Yeah. So that's my take on that. But keep us posted. Keep us updated. I'd like to hear more about this.
Yeah.
How that goes.
I don't know. Do we take a break?
Yeah, we take a little break. And
Let's
then
take a break, and then we're
end
going to end the show.
Yeah.
Pod Therapy.
Yeah, Pod Therapy. Today's episode is brought to you by Judy Schneider, Leon Kasab, Carolyn Albert, Sammy Scoop, Sarah Smith, Mike Helm, Darren Cunningham, Brady Malachik, Max the Ginger Scoop, Ellie O'Dare, Amy Aardvark, and Edgar Allan Ho. And if you'd like to sponsor the show, become a therapy producer at patreon.com/therapy. And as we wrap up the show, we want to remind you all to sign up at patreon.com/therapy, where you get extended episodes ad-free and a day early. It is a wonderful purchase. You will not regret it, or you might. I don't know.
But if you do, we'll talk to you about it.
Yes.
Write in and let us know.
Jim at podtherapyguys@gmail.com.
That's right.
Yep.
That's not a real email address.
But you can make it.
Yeah, but you should definitely reach out to Jim. Let him know all of the things that you don't like about the show, and he will take it personally.
And then we can refill this apology section that's always on the script. I always like that anytime I get a script,
there's
still an apology section that never gets filled anymore.
There's like 80% of this that we just don't.
Yeah, it's a lot of filler. That's why I never know where we're at.
But speaking of our patrons, we do have some new supporters joining us since the last time we recorded.
Yeah,
which
we
was
do.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We got a new Therapod, Samantha Santee.
Hi there.
Welcome.
And
we got a new Pterodactyl. We got Shauna.
Shauna, welcome to the party. All right, and we need to thank our partners, the benevolent, revered, generous, and flagrant.
I always read fragrant.
God. Pro Therapy diehards who love you so much they give till it hurts. Our partner, Pickett. And we especially want to thank our bosses, the mysterious and shrouded Illuminati members of the fan club, the Theraproducers. Thank you, Jake Schneider, Myra, Robert Brownie Jr. Mint, Smitty Scoop, Richard fucking Macy, Judy Schneider, Malia, Leon Kasab, Carolyn Albert, Kevin Chamberlain, Tess Miller, Dan Martin, Sammy Scoop, Serpicaye motherfucker, Ben Stanley, Slap in Your Face, Sarah Smith, Adam Hathaway, Byler T, Mike Helm, Oscar Swanrose, Paris, A Sunny Boy, Darren Cunningham, Lib, Sandra McWaffle, Team Monaco, Thunder, Cougar, Falcon, Scoop, Hey Yo, Hannah Marie, Andrew Langmead, Emma, Tonka and Pony Soprano, Elena, Brady Malachek, Chick Felicio, Gabriella Damme, Sarah, Sean Sutherland, Max the Ginger Scoop, Chad Mag, Adam Warren, Inca LaPrince, Sam Cohn, B. Gay Do Crimes, Ellie O'Dara, Not Kiera Knightley, Amy Aardvark, Edgar Allan Ho, and Dale the King.
Yeah, if you want to hear this episode uncut and unedited,
and why wouldn't you?
And enjoy our spontaneous side projects, go to www.patreon.com/therapy, and thank you for supporting mental health. That's all the time we have for this week's session. We want to thank our landlords, the Ice Cream Social Podcast, and thanks to those of you who contributed to our show today. We really appreciate it. Remember, Pod Therapy isn't something you should keep all to yourself. Share this episode with the world and tag us on the socials when you do. It's at PodTherapyGuys on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter. It's Pod Therapy on Facebook. Don't forget all the extra goodies over at patreon.com/therapy.
And if you want to submit a question to the show, you can ask anonymously at podtherapy.net, email us at podtherapyguys@gmail.com, or click the link in this episode description to be taken to an anonymous Google form. I'm Nick.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Dr. Jacob.
Thanks, and we'll see you for appointments next week.
Dr. Jacob.
In the hizzy.
See ya.